Hey everybody, Tony Schmaltz here. Tonight I wanted to talk to you a little bit about not feeling so salesy. About how to come off not sounding like such a salesman. Careful with your pitch, so to speak. We don't want to sound so pitchy. We don't want to be pitching all over. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. What do people think when they get pitched? I mean, you walk into a car dealership and you see salesmen. What's the first thing you do? Oh, you cringe, you tighten up. You're like, oh, I don't want to deal with this salesman. Nobody wants to be sold. Nobody wants to deal with the salesman. So how do you counter that? It's like, I used to do the same thing. I mean, I've been notorious for overselling, and all my friends have all heard it, any of the various businesses I did. I mean, when I did the Amazon selling, I'm like, oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. When I get into one of my other home businesses, I'm like, oh, I got the greatest product. I've got the best price. Holy comp plan, Batman. You need to take a look. The train is leaving the station. Don't let it leave without you. How many of us have heard that conversation? I mean, how many of us have just like locked up or like, get me out of this one. We don't want to be that person. We don't want to be that person that's all pitchy. That's the first thing. When people see pitchy, they think salesman. They're like, oh my goodness, this person is trying to sell me something. I don't want to listen to this person anymore. I'm just like smiling until I can either get off the phone or get off of the webinar or away from face to face. It doesn't do anyone any good. So how do we avoid that? Well, the best way to avoid that is just have a conversation with somebody. I mean, just talk to somebody. They're real people. Everyone's a real person. Everyone's always, I get that question all the time. How do I start the conversation? How about with, hey, how are you? How's it going? How would you talk? Think about it. How would you talk to your neighbor? If you're going to you move into a neighborhood, you want to go meet your neighbor. How are you going to meet them? Hey, you can take a look at my product. Look at this product. No, you're going to go over and go, hey neighbor, how's it going? How you doing? What do you do for work? It's the same thing. Just have a conversation with someone. Get to know them. Get to know what their family's like. Are they married? Do they have kids? How old are their kids? What do they do for a living? What do they like to do? Do they like to fish? Do they like to hunt? Do they like to hang out at the park? Do they like to go to the beach? Find out who they are. Find out what they're passionate about, what they like to do. And eventually business can come up. But if you go, hey, how's it going? Blah, pitch. Guess what? You're going to put that wall up and you're never going to break it down. Well, you can use a million jackhammers. You're not breaking down that brick wall. So be careful about how you do it. Make sure you get to know somebody first. Build some rapport. The three things that you need to develop with a potential customer, prospect, whatever, is the know, like, and trust factor. They have to feel like they know you. They have to feel like they trust you. And they have to feel like they like you. They have to like you. And those are the three main things you got to develop with a prospect, with a potential customer before you go into your product or your business opportunity. And then even when you do that, because you've gotten to know them, you're showing them a way that you can help them. You're not saying, hey, come buy my stuff. You're saying, you know what? You got some aches and pains. You know what? I might have something that can help you with that. Oh, you're looking to make some extra money? You know what? I might have something that would work real well for you that could really get you going. Make sure you're showing them a way that you're going to help them. You're going to solve one of their problems. If they think you're trying to sell them, then guess what? They're going to put on their running shoes and head the other way. So just have a conversation. Develop the know, like, and trust factor. Huge before you start talking to somebody about any sort of product, business, anything. And this works for any industry. I don't care if you're selling cell phones, your real estate agent, your insurance agent, your network marketer, it doesn't matter. Whatever your business is, it is the same story. Develop the know, like, and trust factor. Have a conversation, and then move on to the benefit that you're going to provide them. If you want to know more, let me know. If not, have a great night. We'll talk to you next time.